Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming, and in this video we are going to go over the second set in the Mega Evolution block, Phantasmal Flames. I'm going to spoil most of the cards, or at least a lot of the better cards. We're going to talk about price a little bit, so if you don't want to see that stuff, probably would be good to navigate away now. But if you are here for that and you haven't seen it already on some other channels or Instagram photos or whatever, then we will show some of that stuff here today. We'll look at prices a little bit. We'll talk about the set and what it could possibly mean. Before any of you go and buy pre-orders, please be careful wherever you're buying. I did notice with the Elite trainers, there was like an $80 disparity for the Mega Evolution trainers between the Gardevoir versus the Lucario, and I don't know why they were selling at $170 while the other was at like $100, and then you went to eBay and both of them were $90 to $100 a piece. So whenever you buy from TCG Player, eBay, check other places as well. Make sure that the price is legitimate, because it is fairly easy to buy out all of a specific product under a certain price point. And so I want to carry that forward with Phantasmal Flames as well. Pre-orders are already kind of risky. Know who you're buying from, but also make sure you're checking into price. Make sure it's actually a decent price for what you're looking to get. But let's look at this set and jump right into it. So like I said, the release date, November 14th, 2025. So we have a few months till we get here, but a lot of the cards are already spoiled because the Japanese set that correlates to Phantasmal Flames on the English side, that actually releases on September 26th. And so as we scroll down through here, I have went all the way to the right because some of the better cards are on the left side here. We'll look at those, but we're actually going to look at the prices. There are some pretty cool artworks. Most of the set has already come out. You see, like, there's a nice Piplup. This Wigglytuff reminds me of a Diglett, but or Doug Trio, I guess, because of the shape and the way it's wedged in between a couple other pink-looking hot dogs. But we have the Phantasmal Flames set right here, 13 Illustration Rare, 17 Ultra Rare Mega Evolution. We have the products that you can see. Like, here is a booster box. You've got the Elite Trainer with the Mega Charizard on the front. Who doesn't love that? We've got the 3-pack blister. Going to have, what promo is that? We've got a Sneasel promo. Not too bad. I like that better than like the Drifloon. Got a booster bundle. Got the UPC. Let's see what. Okay, so that's all that we have. We've already kind of looked at these products, but this is the Japanese sets that will create Phantasmal Flame. So you have Inferno X releasing on the 26th. You have the Mega Gengar EX starter set, which is already released. A lot of people like the Mega Gengar. And you have the Mega Diancie starter set, which also released on the 5th. And you can see right here where we had actually spoiled a lot of these things a little while back. They posted the video right here where you got Malibu's Most Wanted saying it's real. We didn't know for sure that this card was going to be real or not, but based on looking at it and the quality, it looked like it would be. And now this set can kind of confirm it. So this is the special illustration rare Charizard that we'll see in the set. And so I'm going to click on this right here. So the Hobby Bin has all of this stuff. There's a card list page that you can go to, and like, it shows you every card, where you can find it, prices, TCG Player, eBay. So that's pretty nice right there. You got a set guide, buying guide, but we're actually going to look at the card prices. And so here's that Mega Charizard special illustration rare that we were looking at. But the very top card, we have this one right here. And so if you guys remember, when I went over, the Mega Evolution set, I said that the gold Gardevoir, like, that card to me really didn't appeal to me, and I didn't expect it to be the top card. Well, I was wrong. I was definitely wrong on that. And it looks like I am going to be wrong on this set if I was to go with that same logic. So let's look at the Mega Charizard. There's really two big cards. You have the special illustration rare, and then you have this one. There are some other decent cards. Like, this is the third highest one according to this. So if we click on check eBay, like, you'll see it's $200 right now, which is still really expensive for a card, especially in Oricorio. But the artwork is really nice, and so maybe that's why the price is up there. You can see, like, right here, this is the regular Mega Charizard, and yeah, like, it drops all the way down to $68. This is the fourth best card, or the fourth highest price card at the moment. And then there's several others that you can go into. You got the Rotom and stuff, but we're going to focus on the top two. All you need is a really good looking Charizard, and usually priced as well. We didn't see that happen with the Charizard UPC because it was so printed into the ground. I think that's what it's going to take for this set for us to see prices drop. But so when you go to eBay, I mean, $660. That is the cheapest for this one Mega Charizard EX special art rare. On the English side, it'll be the illustration rare. I don't know why there's a difference from the Japanese version to the English version, but it is what it is. Kind of like when we had rainbow rares over here, it was hyper rares on the Japanese side. But yeah, I mean, it's a really good looking card. I mean, I do think that this card is, I don't know if it's worth $660. I would expect it to come down. The set just released. It's just the Japanese version, so this is the only way that you can get the card at the moment. The English side, it might be even harder to pull, so it might be very expensive, or it might be easy to pull. And we might see an issue, like a situation where we had with Brilliant Stars, where you had a good-looking alternate art Charizard, but it was cheap for a while compared to a lot of other cards because Brilliant Stars was very available, and it was during a time when packs were a lot cheaper. But you can see right here, you got Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, and then you have the Mega Charizard up here. So it's a really good looking card. And this isn't even a good picture. I'm trying to X out of this. There we go. Okay. Well, there's the regular gallery, and you can see it again. And we know it's going to have texture, and we've seen the English version of it. So I do believe this card is going to be very good for this set. But you would think, like, to me, this artwork is, I mean, to me, it completely blows this one out of the water. However, it's not the top card. This is the top card, and when we go and look at the prices currently on eBay, over $1,000. Let's see if any have even sold. Yeah, so it looks like there's been one that sold, so maybe it won't actually realize that price. You can see where several of these have sold at $700, $500. So it's going to be tough to figure out for sure where the price is going to end. You can see you get both of them here. You can get all three in this listing. I would think that if you get both of these for $1,700, and you have so many already with like the best offer type deal and that many sales, these prices probably will be coming down a little bit, but I don't really know. Maybe these right here they're not in good condition. I mean, because you got to think, if it's $1,000 raw. Like, what's it going to do if you can pull a 10? And Japanese quality is, infamous for being so much better than English side. So, to me, these cards, they've got potential. But the thing is, they should come back down. I would think that they would come back down. However, what does this mean for the overall hobby? Because we don't know for sure what's going to happen. I mean, we saw with Prismatic Evolutions, once those cards come out on the English side, they were way more expensive than the Terrestrial Festival versions because of how much harder they were to pull. Could that be the case with this next upcoming set with Phantasmal Flames? I mean, I can't imagine being, $2,000-$3,000 as a raw card. I mean, think of the difference in the price. Like, you can get a Umbreon SAR PSA 10 $500. Versus the Umbreon on the English side from Prismatic Evolutions, that same card, it costs you, what, $1,000 to get in raw? Now, PSA 10, I mean, the price is going to be even higher. So if you're going by that same logic, we should see, a price increase. However, I am comparing, this isn't a high-class set. I assume it's not a high-class set on the Japanese side, so it might actually be really tough to pull. I really don't know. It's kind of hard to say how something is going to translate from one set to the other. And with the times that we're in, is this going to drive prices even higher on sets? Because, I mean, this is a Charizard set featuring Charizard Gold Monochrome, whatever you want to call it. And then you've also got the special illustration rare. The card looks good, and it's coming out in one of the most hyped times that we've ever had for modern product. So this could spell disaster for this product if you're trying to buy it. If you're trying to sell it and you have access to it, then it could be mean that you're going to be able to get a lot of money out of the stuff. Like, I have access to distribution. I don't have any allocations in yet, but I assume that I'm going to get similar to my normal product. But I don't know for sure that's going to happen. I've already been reallocated one of the items that's going to be coming out soon. Like, I had an allocation which was lower than I would normally get, and then they took some of that allocation away, saying, hey, we were notified by Pokemon that they're not actually getting as much of this product as they had hoped. And so when something like that happens, that makes you think, okay, whoa, at least in the past, I know that I can't pre-order now. I haven't been able to pre-order stuff, but now they're saying that even if they guarantee allocations used to be guaranteed. Now they're not guaranteed anymore. They can take away from that allocation, which it's only happened a few times ever, so hopefully it was just a fluke. But if it's not, is that going to start happening with products? Like, if you're allocated, say, 10 cases of a product, they come back, a week or two before release and like, hey, we're not actually getting this amount of product. Sorry, it's coming down from Pokemon. Now you're only going to get 4 cases. That can cause issues too, because a lot of times people, they do try to sell from their allocations once, because that's like a confirmed type deal. And so I'm hoping that doesn't happen with this product. I think there's a lot of things that could go wrong that would make this card be way higher than $1,000. But I'm hoping that because it's so early, we're just seeing this product on the Japanese side release. We've got several months until it releases on the English side, that we see these prices dial back, and that, maybe this card becomes like a $300 or $400 card. I don't know that it can dial back that much, but in the past we've seen cards drop that much. Right now, it doesn't seem like that's the kind of thing that happens. It seems like everything goes up. But with new product right at release, I think this is at the most risk for having a retrace, and especially since I'm not seeing all of these cards sold out at $1,000. We saw one sale on there, and that, who knows if that was even a legitimate sale or if that was the final price that was paid. So for this set, while there are other cards, like we saw that Oricorio that's over $200, I don't think this is a $200 card. Maybe it is. Kind of gives me Giratina vibes from Sword Shield era, so maybe it's kind of nice in that sense. But on the other side, it's Oricorio. I could be missing something, but this was a very unpopular Pokemon, at least in the trading card game side, when it released as like league promos and was put into different boxes and stuff. People really didn't care about Oricorio. So I think the only thing that's going to drive this particular card is the fact that it's really cool artwork. It's interesting. It's got fire. It's got a lot kind of going on in that picture. But these two are going to be the breadwinners for this set. You've got this SAR, which will be a special illustration rare on the English side. I like this card way more. I think that this should hold more value than this card, but I was so wrong on the Gardevoir. Maybe in the long run, maybe I won't be wrong, but right now, the monochrome or the gold, whatever rarity this is, ultra rare, it is higher than the pink special art rare, at least on the Japanese side. English side, I haven't even checked to see if I was still wrong on that, but I think that right now this is showing that it's going to have a higher price point. Although I think this one is definitely better. I would like to see this one at a binder over that one, but both cards are still really nice, and I think they're going to be the driving force behind this entire set. There could be other cards that jump up that surprise people. I think I like this. I told you guys I like the Wigglytuff down here. This is kind of peaceful, like a peaceful scene here in the mountains. Mega Heracross, I don't care too much about that. Piplup, that's kind of a nice artwork there. I like the Wigglytuff, but it's nothing like great or, really stand out. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. These are just my thoughts on the newest set from Phantasmal Flames that will be releasing on the English side here in a few months. About to release or already released on the Japanese side, depending on what you're looking at. And if you want to look at any of this information, keep up with prices, or see all of the cards from the set itself, just go to the Hobby Bin, check out their Discord. I've got a link down there in the description. All right, thanks.